examine a use case for the HR operations team where they perform frequent checks in the HR system to make sure that the employee data is accurate and updated. In the case where inaccuracies are identified, the team has to resolve them as soon as possible. To allow a faster check across all employee data, the team has created a report in the HR system which identifies the existence of discrepancies of any data based on a set of predefined checks. By using the results of the report, the next steps are to group identified errors into categories and open JIRA tickets for each category. These JIRA tickets are afterwards resolved by the dedicated teams. Our user here is Matt, the People Ops Specialist, who must perform several checks to make sure the employee data from the HR system is accurate, including the check for consistency of compensation-related data, which is the use case we will focus on today. Matt must perform these checks manually and does not have a system in place to track the resolution of any issues that exist. He would love to have an automation that would perform the consistency checks and give him a report with any issues identified per different categories of data. In our case, we'll look at the category for compensation. So here in this demo, we will see the automation download a data integrity report from Workday. It'll read business mapping, which has categories of issues and corresponding columns. It'll then identify employees with data integrity issues for each category. It'll then create a new report for every category that has employees with data integrity issues. It will then raise a JIRA ticket per category, attaching the source report for each ticket. So we start from the bot in the UiPath Assistant, which will run the report in the background. So now the robot has completed its work in the backend. So what will happen now is the robot will go into Workday to extract the report with the data integrity issues identified for all the employees. The checks are done in the background by Workday based on the set of predefined conditions. So here, the bot will add credentials for the report, and then it waits for the download. So now the robot opens the report. So here's the report of all the employees. The robot will then go to a SharePoint where we have the business mapping for issues that we need to process. This is a predefined business mapping to identify the categories of issues. The columns are the issues from a specific category. So here we can see the category of compensation. We have CO grade profile, CO salary plan. So we will focus on those. So next, the robot will extract details about employees that have data integrity issues on the columns related to the compensation category. So the robot will go back to the initial report it downloaded and identify the columns it extracted from the previous step. It identifies the rows here which have an actual value for the column. So it will only keep these rows which have a value in at least one of those columns. It will also count the number of errors or values encountered on the selected columns. So in the backend, the robot will create a new report based on this data, and it will identify the data integrity issues. It will copy the details for the employee record identified with issues in the compensation category, and it will create a new Excel file with pre-existing columns. We'll see this in a second when we open the JIRA ticket. So the next step is for the robot to log into JIRA and to open a ticket for the category that has employees with data integrity issues. There will be one ticket for each category that has been processed by the robot. Here we log into the ticket and see the report that the bot created. This is the report with employees of issues we have identified in the previous step. The ticket will then be processed by the people operations team to track the resolution of the issues. And this completes our flow. Here, we can see how employees and robots work together to make sure that data in different systems is accurate. And we can leverage automation to remove any inaccuracy so the HR team can focus their time elsewhere. UiPath helps HR teams benefit from digital transformation and improves productivity of the people operations teams. Thank you.